This is what we're making. We're making compost by sieving our already broken down compost heaps, and we're adding a bit of sand. And I've given it a rough sieve, just with a bit of old wire, and that is so that I can get the big bits out. And there's always plastic. Where does all the plastic come from? There's always plastic in it. So basically that's what we're doing. This compost heap has been made now for probably 2 years, I would guess, and in its first year it was turned over quite a bit. I want to say turned over quite a bit. I turned it over at least twice. Let it dry out. Weeds. Right, now then, once it's been dried out for a while, I'll cover it with a bit of ply to let it dry out for a bit in the barrow, and then I'll sieve up one barrel at a time. The reason why I do one barrow full at a time is because that just fills one sandbag, and I bought the sand from the local builders merchant. And then it's just a rough sieve, a dustbin, perhaps if you wanted to do a bulk. But I managed to get hold of this shopping basket, or this basket, years ago, and it's just perfect. But even the plastic crates that you get from wherever you get plastic crates from, it's going to work. What's left in after I've sieved it, the bigger lumps, I simply just put them on the potato bed, and it all breaks down. So there we go, there's a bit of sand, and I'll just shake that in. I don't know why I put it through the sieve. Oh, I know why I put it through the sieve. It dries the wire out in the sieve. It dries it so that it don't all get clogged up, because oddly enough sieves do get clogged up after a while. Yeah, and that's it made. I'll give it a stir up, and then when I'm going to keep that, but I'm going to keep it in the greenhouse to warm it up, and give it a chance to for the microbes to get active again in it. And there's the tub full made, and I'm going to bag that up, and with a bit of luck it'll be just that bag full. And out of that one compost heap I'm going to end up, I reckon, with probably 20 bagfuls. I've made 3 already, and I've hardly shown it in what's been dug out, because it does expand quite a bit when you sieve it, and then because you're adding sand. Roughly I'm adding 1 bag of sand to 6. It's basically 6 and 1. When I shovel the compost, the sieved compost, I add 1 shovel full of sand to it, and you could mix it at all sorts of different levels. You could also add shop bought peat compost if you wanted, but the object for me doing this is so that I don't use peat at all, and it's now become quite expensive, so I'm settling for doing it like this. There we go, look at that, that's a nice bag full. If I leave that bag now stood in the greenhouse just to warm it up, and get all the microbes to become active again, and then before I use it I will add a little bit of blood fish and bone. I don't know how much, I just guess. So and I believe it was on Gardener's Question Time this lunchtime. And here's the results of what I've done. I've sown some peas up, they've only just been done, and I'm now sowing up and my broad beans, which I put in last week. The sand and the vermiculite on the top is, I've got a single snail in my shed and it manages to polish off, you wouldn't believe how much. So the sand and the vermiculite is just to discourage. Anyway, there we go. That's all done. Hope this given you some inspiration. Good luck, be good, and bye for now.